Hey everyone, welcome back to Emma's Stories. If you're new here, oh my gosh, you're in for a wild ride today. I'm Emma, your storyteller, and this is the place where love gets messy, hilarious, and oh so heartwarming. So grab your coffee, your popcorn, whatever makes you cozy, because today's story is about to take you on a roller coaster of laughs and swoon-worthy moments. Picture this: a clumsy girl, a stuck-up CEO, and a TV disaster that changes everything. Ready? Let's dive in. Imagine you're heading to the most important job interview of your life. You're nervous, you're sweaty, maybe you've practiced your handshake in the mirror a dozen times. Now, what if, instead of nailing that interview, you accidentally turn your future boss into a naked superhero on live national TV? Yeah, you heard that right. That's exactly what happens in today's tale, and trust me, it's as ridiculous and romantic as it sounds. So, let me ask you, have you ever thought a total catastrophe could spark a love story? Because that's what we're unpacking today. This is the story of Harper Quinn and Logan Hayes. Harper's 25, a walking disaster with a heart of gold, the kind of girl who trips over her own shoelaces and somehow makes it endearing. She's got this chaotic energy that could light up a room or, accidentally set it on fire. Then there's Logan Hayes, 34, the CEO of Apex Media, a big-shot TV station in Atlanta. He's the guy who wears perfectly tailored suits, never cracks a smile, and runs his company like it's a military operation. His life is all schedules, board meetings, and zero fun until Harper crashes in, literally and figuratively. Here's the gist. Harper's just trying to land a job, but one wrong button changes everything. She doesn't just mess up her interview, she messes up Logan's whole polished world in the most hilarious way possible. And somehow, through the chaos, these two opposites find something they didn't even know they were looking for. It's a story about love sneaking up on you when you least expect it, about laughing through the mess, and maybe even embracing your inner disaster. Because, let's be real, sometimes the best things in life start with a total train wreck. So, what do you think? Can a girl who can't walk straight and a guy who's allergic to fun actually fall in love? Stick around, because this tale is packed with cringeworthy mishaps, unexpected sparks, and an ending that'll make your heart melt. Oh, and if you're loving this so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We've got more crazy love stories coming your way. All right, let's get into it. Picture Harper racing through Atlanta, late for her big day at Apex Media, totally unaware she's about to flip Logan's world upside down. Ready for the chaos? Let's go. All right, let's set the scene. It's a humid morning in Atlanta, the kind where your hair sticks to your forehead and you're praying the AC works wherever you're going. Harper Quinn is racing down Peachtree Street, her sneakers slapping the pavement, her resume crumpled in one hand like it's been through a war zone. She's 25, with wild brown curls that never stay put and a backpack that's seen better days. Today's her big shot. An interview at Apex Media, one of the hottest TV stations in the South. She's late, she's sweating, and she's muttering to herself, "Don't screw this up, Harper. Just smile, don't trip, and maybe they'll hire you." Famous last words, right? Harper bursts through the glass doors of Apex Media, her backpack swinging like a wrecking ball. The lobby's all sleek and shiny marble floors, big screens flashing promos, and a receptionist who looks like she could model for Vogue. Harper's a mess in comparison. Her shirt's untucked, one shoelace is undone, and she's clutching that resume like it's a lifeline. She's supposed to wait for the interview, but her nerves are buzzing and sitting still isn't her thing. So she wanders. Big mistake. She ends up in a hallway lined with doors, picks one at random, and steps into what she thinks is a break room. Nope. It's the control room, the nerve center of Apex Media's live broadcasts, packed with screens, buttons, and a big remote just sitting there, begging to be touched. Now, Harper's not the type to leave shiny things alone. She picks up the remote, squints at it like it's an alien artifact, and says, "What's the worst that could happen?" Oh, Harper, you sweet, clueless soul. She presses a button, just one, and all hell breaks loose. Every screen in the room lights up, and suddenly, Apex Media's live morning news cuts to a grainy, ridiculous video from 3 years ago. It's Logan Hayes, the CEO himself, strutting around at an office Christmas party. He's wearing a skin-tight Superman costume, blue spandex, red cape, the whole deal. He's dancing to Jingle Bells, swinging his hips like he's auditioning for a boy band, and the room full of employees is cheering him on. But wait, it gets better, or worse, depending on who you ask. Halfway through his dance, Logan's costume betrays him. The zipper on his pants gives out, and down they go, sliding to his ankles faster than you can say wardrobe malfunction. There he is, live on national TV, in nothing but a pair of green boxer briefs with tiny Christmas trees all over them. The news anchor's voice cuts out mid-sentence, replaced by Logan's off-key singing, "Jingle bells, jingle bells." Harper freezes, her jaw dropping, the remote slipping from her hand. She smacks it against the desk, trying to stop it, but that only makes things worse. The screens start flipping through more old clips, Logan tripping over a chair, Logan spilling eggnog on his tie, Logan accidentally mooning a Santa statue. It's a blooper reel from hell, and Harper's the one who unleashed it. Meanwhile, up in his corner office, Logan Hayes is on a call with investors, all serious and buttoned up in his gray suit. He's 34, with sharp cheekbones and eyes that could freeze you in place. He's built Apex Media into a powerhouse, and he runs it with an iron grip, no nonsense, no mistakes. Then his assistant, Jake, bursts in, yelling, "Boss, you're on TV, like right now!" Logan spins around, sees the massive screen in his office, and there he is, Superman Logan, pantsless and proud, broadcast to millions. His face goes red, then white. Then he bolts out the door, running faster than he ever did in that costume. Back in the control room, Harper's still smacking the remote, muttering, turn off, you stupid thing." That's when the door slams open and Logan storms in, his tie flapping, his voice booming. "Who did this?" Harper spins around, her curls bouncing, and squeaks, Hi, I'm Harper Quinn. I'm here for the interview." She's standing there, wide-eyed, the remote dangling from her hand like a smoking gun. Logan stares at her, this disheveled, panicked girl who just turned his pristine reputation into a viral meme. He opens his mouth to yell, but then something insane happens. He laughs. Not a polite chuckle, not a smirk, a full-on gut-busting laugh that echoes off the walls. He doubles over, clutching his stomach, tears in his eyes, while Harper blinks at him, thinking, is he having a breakdown? For Logan, it's like a dam breaking. He hasn't laughed like this in years, maybe ever. His life's been a treadmill of stress and control, and here's this girl, this walking tornado who just blew it all up in the funniest way possible. Harper, meanwhile, is mortified. She's sure she's ruined her life, maybe even committed a felony. She stammers, "I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to make you naked on TV." Logan wipes his eyes, still chuckling, and says, "You didn't just make me naked, you made me a superhero, worst one ever." There's a spark in his eyes, something Harper doesn't catch yet, but it's there. And that, my friends, is how Harper Quinn walks into Logan Hayes' world with a remote, a pair of Christmas boxers, and a laugh that changes everything. Okay, so Harper Quinn has just turned Apex Media into a national laughingstock, and she's standing in the control room staring at Logan Hayes like he's about to fire her into outer space. Her curls are a mess, her backpack's unzipped with pens spilling out, and that remote, the weapon of mass humiliation, is still in her hand. Logan's laughter has died down, but his eyes are still twinkling, which is weird for a guy who looks like he was born frowning. Harper's thinking, I'm toast. I'm never working in this town again. She takes a shaky breath and says, Look, I'll just go. I'm sorry about the Superman thing. Please don't sue me. Logan straightens up, adjusts his tie, and says, Sue you? No way. You're coming with me. Harper blinks. What? Logan grins. To your interview. Right now. He marches her out of the control room, down the hall, and into a conference room where 3 stern-faced managers are waiting. Harper's legs feel like jelly, but Logan's walking like this is all part of some grand plan. The managers look confused. One of them, a woman with a tight bun named Carol, says, "Mr. Hayes, we're in the middle of interviews." "Who's this?" Logan plops Harper into a chair and says, "This is Harper Quinn. She's the one who just broadcast my Christmas party disaster to the world. She's here for the assistant producer gig." Harper waves weakly. "Hi, sorry about that." The managers exchange looks, but Logan's already sitting down, folding his arms like he's ready to enjoy the show. Harper's interview is a train wreck, but not the usual kind. She starts strong, saying, "I'm hardworking, creative, and I love TV." But then her pen slips out of her sweaty hand and rolls under the table. She dives after it, bangs her head on the edge, and pops back up with a red mark on her forehead. "I'm fine, totally fine," she says, forcing a smile. Carol raises an eyebrow. "Can you handle pressure?" Harper nods. "Oh yeah, I thrive under pressure. Like just now, I didn't cry when I made Mr. Hayes a viral star." Logan snorts, covering his mouth. Another manager, a guy with glasses named Ted, asks, "Any technical skills?" Harper says, "I'm great with remotes, well, maybe too great." She laughs nervously, and Logan chuckles again, which makes Ted scribble something on his notepad. Things get worse. Harper's chair wobbles because she's fidgeting so much, and when she shifts to fix it, the whole thing collapses. She lands on the floor with a thud, legs in the air, and her backpack spills everywhere. Gum, a half-eaten granola bar, a sock she doesn't even remember packing. She scrambles up, red-faced, and says, "I swear I'm not this clumsy all the time." Logan's laughing so hard now he's gripping the table. Carol sighs. "This is highly irregular." Logan leans forward, still grinning. "Irregular? She's a genius. She got me on every news channel in 5 seconds flat. Hire her." Harper's jaw drops. "Wait, what?" Logan nods. "You're in. Start Monday." The managers protest. Ted says, "She broke a chair." Carol adds, "She doesn't even know what she's doing." Logan stands, towering over them. "She made me laugh. That's worth more than a resume. Meeting's over." He walks out, leaving Harper sitting there, stunned, surrounded by her scattered stuff. She whispers to herself, "Did I just get hired because I pants the CEO on TV?" The answer's yes, and she's equal parts thrilled and terrified. Monday rolls around, and Harper shows up at Apex Media, still half expecting it's a prank. She's assigned a desk near the studios, a clunky headset, and a list of tasks she barely understands. Her first job is to cue up a commercial break during the noon news. Simple, right? Nope. She mixes up the buttons, and instead of a car ad, the screen blasts a loud infomercial for adult diapers. The news anchor freezes mid-sentence, and Harper's yelling into her headset, "Wrong button, wrong button." The tech crew scrambles, and the whole studio goes dark for 10 seconds because Harper accidentally hits the power switch while flailing. Logan's in a meeting when he hears about it. He storms down to the studio, expecting chaos, and finds Harper standing in the dark, headset tangled in her hair, muttering, "I'm so fired." The lights flicker back on, and Logan steps in, hands on his hips. Harper braces herself for a lecture, but he just shakes his head and says, "Adult diapers, huh? You're a walking nightmare, Quinn." She winces. "I know, I'm sorry." He smirks. "Don't be. It's the most fun I've had in years." He helps her untangle the headset, his fingers brushing hers for a split second, and Harper feels her face heat up. Logan's thinking, who is this girl, and why can't I stop smiling around her? For Harper, it's a miracle she's still employed, but she's starting to feel like maybe, just maybe, she belongs here. For Logan, it's something deeper. He spent years building walls, keeping everything perfect, but this clumsy, chaotic girl is cracking them wide open. He doesn't know it yet, but that laugh in the control room was just the beginning. Harper's not just a hire, she's a hurricane. And she's about to blow his whole world apart in the best way possible. So Harper Quinn is officially an assistant producer at Apex Media. And if you thought her first day was wild, just wait. She's like a tornado in sneakers, leaving a trail of chaos wherever she goes. But here's the kicker. Logan Hayes, the stone-faced CEO, doesn't mind. In fact, He's starting to love it. Let's dive into Harper's first few weeks on the job, where every mistake she makes somehow pulls Logan a little closer to her messy, wonderful world. Day 2, Harper's tasked with queuing up a weather segment. Easy enough, right? Wrong. She mixes up the files, and instead of a forecast, the screen blares a late-night ad for glow-in-the-dark lingerie. The weatherman, a guy named Dave, points at a blank green screen saying, "Sunny with a chance of rain," while viewers see a woman twirling in neon panties. Harper's in the control booth smacking buttons like she's playing whack-a-mole, yelling, "No, no, no, not the underwear." The crew scrambles, Dave's blushing on air, and Logan walks in just as Harper accidentally turns up the ad's cheesy jingle, "Glow bright all night." He doubles over laughing, clutching the doorframe, and says, "Quinn, you're killing me." Harper's mortified, but Logan's grin sticks with her all day. Next up, there's a live cooking show. Harper's supposed to hand the guest chef a spatula. Simple, except she trips over a cord, flings the spatula like a boomerang, and it smacks a cameraman square in the forehead. The chef's flipping pancakes, oblivious, while the cameraman stumbles into a tray of cupcakes, sending frosting flying. Harper dives to help, slips in the mess, and lands butt first in a bowl of batter. The audience at home hears her yelp, "I'm okay, just sticky." Logan's watching from his office, live feed on, and he's laughing so hard he spills coffee on his desk. He buzzes the studio, voice crackling through Harper's headset. "Nice landing, Quinn. You're a natural." She's covered in batter, but his teasing makes her smile. Then there's the stockholder meeting. Harper's job is to run the slideshow. She's nervous, hands shaky, and accidentally clicks an old vacation photo instead of the profit chart. Up pops Logan on a beach, shirtless, holding a coconut with a tiny umbrella in it. The stockholders gasp, then chuckle, and Harper's whispering, "Oh God," trying to switch it back. Logan's in the room, front row, and he leans back, laughing loud enough to shake the table. "That's Maui 2018, he says. "Good times." Harper fixes it, red-faced, but Logan winks at her after, like they're sharing a secret. She's starting to think he's not just tolerating her, he's enjoying this. The chaos keeps coming. She drops a mic on a talk show guest's foot, turning a serious interview into a hopping, swearing fiasco. She cues a horror movie trailer during a kid's cartoon slot, scaring half of Atlanta's preschoolers. Each time, Logan shows up, fixes it, and laughs. He starts calling her Trouble instead of Quinn, and Harper notices he's around more often, like he's waiting for her next disaster. She's a wreck. Sure, she'll be fired any day, but Logan's different. He's lighter, looser, like she's waking up a part of him he'd forgotten. One Friday night, Logan asks Harper to stay late. They're editing a late-night special, just the two of them in the editing bay. It's quiet, the glow of screens lighting their faces. Harper's cutting a segment, but her elbow knocks a pizza box off the desk, sauce splattering everywhere. She groans, "Why am I like this?" and grabs napkins. Logan kneels beside her, wiping sauce off the floor, and says, "Because it's you. Don't change." Their hands brush as he hands her a napkin, and Harper freezes. His fingers linger, warm against hers, and she looks up. His eyes are soft, not cold like usual, and her heart does a little flip. She blurts, "I'm a disaster, Logan. Why do you keep me around?" He sits back, pizza sauce on his tie, and says, "Because you make me remember how to live, not just work." It's the most honest thing he's ever said, and Harper's stomach flutters. After that, things shift. Harper starts noticing Logan's laugh lines, the way his voice softens when he says her name. She catches herself smiling when he walks by, and it scares her. She's not supposed to feel this way about her boss, right? Meanwhile, Logan's got a secret. He's been keeping a notebook in his desk, scribbling down every Harper mishap. Day 5, lingerie ad. Day 7, cupcake explosion. Next to each entry, he writes how it made him feel. Laughed till my sides hurt. Felt alive again. He doesn't tell anyone, but he flips through it at night, grinning like a kid. Harper's chaos is his lifeline, pulling him out of a gray, boring rut he didn't even know he was in. One day they're in the break room, Harper's pouring coffee, and of course she spills it, splashing Logan's shoes. She grabs a towel, drops to her knees, and starts wiping, babbling, "I'm so sorry, I'm a klutz." Logan crouches down, takes the towel, and says, "Stop apologizing. I like your messes." He's close, too close, and Harper's breath catches. Their eyes lock, and for a second, it's like the world stops. She whispers, "Even the Superman one?" He chuckles, "Especially that one." They stand up, coffee dripping, and Harper feels something new, a spark she can't ignore. Logan feels it too, but he pulls back, clears his throat, and says, "Back to work, trouble." He walks away, heart pounding, wondering what's happening to him. Harper's starting to see Logan everywhere. In the way he leans against her desk, the way he teases her about her latest screw-up. She's terrified because this isn't just a job anymore, it's personal. Logan's falling too, but he's fighting it. He's the CEO, she's the disaster, and yet every time she's around, he feels more like himself than he has in years. They're dancing around it, these little moments piling up, and neither of them knows what's coming. But one thing's clear, Harper's not just breaking through to Logan's heart, one hilarious mess at a time. Things are heating up at Apex Media, and I don't just mean Harper Quinn's latest disaster. She's been stumbling through her job for weeks now, turning Logan Hayes' orderly world into a circus of laughs and little sparks. But just when it seems like they're finding a rhythm, trouble walks in wearing high heels and a smirk. Enter Vanessa Cole, Logan's ex-girlfriend, and oh boy, she's about to shake things up in a way Harper never saw coming. It's a Tuesday afternoon and the Superman naked clip has gone viral. It's all over social media, late-night shows are replaying it, and Logan's boxer briefs are a meme sensation. Harper's mortified, but Logan's taking it in stride, even joking about it with the staff. That's when Vanessa shows up. She's 32, tall, blonde, and drop-dead gorgeous, the kind of woman who looks like she stepped out of a perfume ad. She used to be a rising star at Apex Media, hosting a primetime show, and she dated Logan for 2 years before dumping him for a Hollywood director. Now, she's back, strutting into the lobby like she owns the place, and Harper's at her desk, oblivious, wrestling with a jammed stapler. Vanessa doesn't waste time. She storms past the receptionist, heads straight for Logan's office, and finds him reviewing ratings. "Logan, darling," she purrs, leaning against his desk. "You're trending again, but not for the right reasons." Logan looks up, his jaw tightening. "Vanessa, what do you want?" She flips her hair and says, "I saw that little stunt on TV. It's embarrassing. I'm here to fix it, and maybe fix us, too." Logan sighs. "There's no us, you left, remember?" Vanessa smirks. "I made a mistake. But that clumsy girl you've got running around, she's a joke. I'm coming back to save your image." Logan's about to argue when Harper bursts in, stapler in hand, yelling, "Logan, this thing's possessed. It just ate my finger." She stops dead, seeing Vanessa, and mutters, "Oh, hi." Vanessa sizes Harper up, her smile sharp. "So this is the genius who pants you on air? Charming." Harper's cheeks burn, but she fires back, "Yeah, and I'm still here. Guess I've got something you don't." Vanessa laughs, cold and cutting. "What, a knack for screwing up? Enjoy your 15 minutes, sweetie. Logan needs a real woman, not a walking punchline." Harper grips the stapler like it's a weapon, but Logan steps in. "Enough, Vanessa. Harper's my assistant. You don't get a say." Vanessa shrugs. "We'll see," she says, and saunters out, leaving tension thick enough to choke on. That night, Vanessa goes big. She gives an interview to a tabloid, tears glistening on cue. "I still love Logan," she says. "That assistant girl is ruining him. I'm coming back to Apex to take my place by his side." The story blows up, and by morning it's everywhere. Harper sees it on her phone while eating cereal, milk dripping down her chin as she groans. "Are you kidding me?" She feels small, out of her league, like maybe Vanessa's right. Logan's too good for a screw-up like her, isn't he? She heads to work, head down, ready to fade into the background. But Vanessa's not done. She pulls strings to guest host a live talk show at Apex, and she insists Harper assist her. It's a trap, and Harper knows it, but she's too stubborn to back down. The show's about dating disasters, and Vanessa's plan is to humiliate Harper on air. 5 minutes in, she says, "Let's bring out our producer, Harper Quinn, the girl who made Logan Hayes a viral laughingstock." Harper walks out, awkward in the spotlight, and Vanessa hands her a prop, a giant foam heart. "Tell us, Harper, how's it feel to be the office clown?" Harper trips over a cable, the heart flies, and it smacks Vanessa in the face, knocking her wig askew. The audience gasps, then roars with laughter as Vanessa shrieks, "Get her off my set!" Harper stumbles backstage, heart pounding, thinking, "I'm fired for sure now." But Logan's there, watching from the wings. He's doubled over, wiping tears of laughter, and when Harper sees him, she snaps, "This isn't funny! Your ex hates me!" Logan catches his breath, steps closer, and says, "She doesn't matter. You do." Before Harper can process that, he pulls her into a hug, right there in front of the crew. Cameras are still rolling, catching every second, and the staff erupts in cheers. Vanessa storms off, wig in hand, muttering about lawsuits, but Logan doesn't care. He whispers in Harper's ear, "You're my star, Trouble, not her." Harper's head spins. Logan's arms are warm, solid, and she feels safe for the first time all day. She pulls back, looks at him, and sees something new in his eyes. Pride, maybe, more. She mumbles, "I just hit her with a heart. That's bad, right?" Logan grins. "No, it's perfect. You're perfect." Her stomach flips and she thinks, "Oh no, I'm falling for him." Logan's feeling it too. Vanessa's a ghost from his past, all flash and no substance. Harper's real, messy, and alive, and he's starting to realize he doesn't want her anywhere but by his side. The scandal's far from over. Vanessa's interview has the gossip rags buzzing and Harper's doubting herself more than ever. But that hug, Logan's words, they stick with her. She's not just the girl who messed up his image. She's the one who's changing his heart. And Logan? He's done pretending he's not hooked. Vanessa can scheme all she wants, but Harper's got something she'll never have. Logan's laugh, his trust, and maybe, just maybe, his love. All right, things are getting intense at Apex Media. Harper Quinn survived Vanessa's drama, and Logan Hayes is clearly smitten, even if he won't admit it yet. The air between them is buzzing with something unspoken, and it's about to explode in the most Harper way possible. Picture this. A late afternoon, the studio humming, and a moment that changes everything. Let's dive into the day Harper and Logan get stuck, spill their hearts, and accidentally share it with the world. It's a Wednesday, and Harper's in the main broadcast booth, setting up for the evening news. She's still shaken from the Vanessa fiasco, replaying Logan's hug in her head, wondering if she's imagining the way he looked at her. She's fiddling with the control panel, trying to focus, when she hits the wrong switch. The system locks up, lights flicker, and the heavy booth door slams shut, trapping her inside. She bangs on it, yelling, "Help! I broke it again." Logan's walking by, hears her, and rushes in to save the day. He tries the door, but it's stuck too. "Great," he says, turning to her. "We're locked in, Trouble." Harper groans. "This is my fault, isn't it?" Logan smirks. "Always is." They're stuck, no signal on their phones, just the two of them in a dimly lit room full of screens and cables. Harper slumps into a chair, muttering, "I'm a walking curse." Logan sits across from her, loosening his tie, and says, "Nah, you're just you." They're quiet for a minute, the hum of the equipment filling the space. Harper's fidgeting, picking at her nails, and Logan's watching her, that soft look back in his eyes. To break the tension, she blurts, "Want to play truth or dare? It's better than staring at the walls." Logan raises an eyebrow. "Seriously?" She nods. "Unless you've got a better idea, Mr. CEO. He chuckles. "Fine, you start." Harper grins. "Truth or dare?" Logan leans back. "Truth." She thinks for a second, then asks, "Did you hate me when I aired your Superman video?" He shakes his head, smiling. "No, I was mad for about 10 seconds, then I laughed harder than I had in years. You woke me up, Harper." Her cheeks flush and she ducks her head, not expecting that. "My turn," Logan says. "Truth or dare?" Harper picks dare, feeling bold. He smirks. "Close your eyes and tell me the first thing you thought when you saw me." She shuts her eyes, giggling. "I thought, wow, he's hot, but he looks like he'd fire me for breathing." Logan laughs loud and warm and says, "Fair, I do scare people." It's Harper's turn again. "Truth or dare?" Logan picks truth. She hesitates, then goes for it. "Do you like me? Like, really like me?" The room goes still. Logan looks at her, his smile fading into something serious. He stands, steps closer and says, "Yeah, Harper, I do. More than I should." Her heart slams against her ribs. She whispers, "Truth or dare?" He's inches away now. "Dare." She swallows. "Kiss me." Logan doesn't hesitate. He leans in, cups her face, and kisses her, soft at first, then deeper. Harper's hands fumble, knocking a coffee cup off the desk, but neither cares. It's messy, sweet, and perfect, like them. What they don't know? Harper's earlier button mash flipped on a backup camera. The kiss is streaming live to the big screen in the Apex lobby, where staff are gathered for a break. Jake, Logan's assistant, spits out his soda, yelling, "Holy crap, they're kissing." The crew cheers, someone claps, and a janitor mutters, "About time." Back in the booth, the door finally buzzes open, techs rushing in to fix the glitch. Harper and Logan pull apart, breathless, hair mussed, coffee dripping on the floor. She laughs. "Did we just survive an apocalypse?" He grins. "Yeah, you're kind." They step out, still dazed, and walk into the lobby. The staff erupts, whistling and shouting, "Nice one, boss!" Harper freezes, seeing the screen replaying their kiss. "Oh my God," she squeaks, hiding her face in Logan's arm. He laughs, wrapping an arm around her. "Guess we're public now." Jake runs up, grinning. "Finally! I've been betting on this since the diaper ad." Harper's mortified but can't stop smiling. Logan pulls her closer, whispering, "Worth it?" She looks up, eyes shining, and thinks, "I'm in love with him, aren't I?" For Harper, that kiss is everything. Proof she's not just a screw-up. Proof Logan sees her. For Logan, it's a line crossed, a wall down. He's been fighting this, telling himself she's too wild, too wrong for his world, but now he knows. She's exactly what he needs. The whole company saw it, and he doesn't care. Harper's his chaos, his spark, and he's not letting go. But the real test is coming, because love on Live TV, that's just the beginning. We've reached the grand finale at Apex Media, folks. Harper Quinn and Logan Hayes have kissed their way onto every screen in the building, and the whole staff knows they're a thing. It's been a wild ride of chaos and sparks, but tonight, it's all coming together in a moment so big, so Harper. It'll leave you grinning ear to ear. Let's jump into the night Logan makes the boldest move of his life, live on air. It's the annual Apex Media Gala, a fancy affair in the Atlanta ballroom with twinkling lights, champagne flutes, and employees dressed to impress. Harper's nervous, wearing a borrowed black dress that's slightly too long, tripping over the hem as she walks in. She's still buzzing from that booth kiss, half expecting Logan to pretend it never happened. But he's waiting for her, sharp in a tux, smiling like she's the only person in the room. "You clean up nice, Trouble," he says, handing her a glass. She laughs. "Don't jinx it. I'll probably spill this on you." He winks. "I'd expect nothing less." The night's going smooth, too smooth for Harper. She's on stage, helping with the mic setup for Logan's speech, when disaster strikes, naturally. She's adjusting a stand, gets tangled in the cord, and yanks the mic off its base. It flies across the stage, smacking a table of hors d'oeuvres, sending shrimp cocktail raining down. Harper yelps, "Not again!" and the crowd gasps, then chuckles. Logan's already moving, climbing the steps, laughing as he dodges a shrimp. "You okay?" he asks, steadying her. She's red-faced. "I'm a walking hazard," he grins, "my favorite kind." Then he does something nobody expects. Logan picks up the fallen mic, taps it, and turns to the crowd. Hundreds of eyes on him, cameras rolling live for the gala stream. "All right, everyone," he says. "I had a speech about ratings and growth, but screw it. Harper Quinn just reminded me what really matters." Harper freezes, clutching the cord, thinking, "What's he doing?" Logan drops to one knee right there, shrimp on the floor and all. The room goes silent. He looks up at her, eyes soft, and says, "Harper, you turned me into a naked superhero on TV. You broke my company 100 times over, and you made me happier than I've ever been. Marry me, Trouble. Make every day this crazy, this good." Harper's jaw drops. The crowd erupts, cheering, clapping, tossing napkins like confetti because they're out of flowers. She stammers, "Are you serious?" Logan pulls a ring from his pocket, simple and silver, and nods. "Dead serious." Harper laughs, tears in her eyes, and yells, "Yes!" But no Superman costumes at the wedding. He slides the ring on her finger, stands, and pulls her into a kiss, mic still live, broadcasting every word to the Apex audience at home. The staff hollers, Jake's shouting, "Best proposal ever!" and Harper's giggling against Logan's lips. Fast forward a few months, their wedding's pure Harper chaos. She trips on her veil, Logan forgets half his vows, and the cake topples before they cut it. But they dance barefoot under string lights, laughing through it all. Logan whispers, "Perfect day, perfect mess," and Harper replies, "Perfect you." It's not polished, it's not scripted, but it's them. From a TV blunder to a lifetime promise, Harper and Logan prove love doesn't need to be perfect, just real. And there you have it, folks. The wild, wonderful love story of Harper Quinn and Logan Hayes. From a pants-dropping TV disaster to a shrimp-flying proposal, these two turn chaos into the sweetest happily ever after. I mean, who needs a fairy tale when you've got a girl who can't hold a mic and a guy who falls for her anyway? It's messy, it's hilarious, and it's proof that sometimes love starts with a total screw-up. Harper didn't just break Logan's perfect world. She rebuilt it with laughter and heart. And isn't that what we all want? Someone who sees our flaws and says, "Yep, that's my person." So, what's the takeaway? Maybe it's this. You don't have to be flawless to find love. You just have to be real. Harper and Logan didn't get it right the first time or the 10th, but they got each other, and that's what counts. Now I want to hear from you. What did you think of their story? Did you laugh at the Superman fiasco? Melt at Logan's proposal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'd love to know your favorite part. If this crazy ride made you smile, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We've got more love stories coming your way, full of heart, humor, and maybe a few more disasters. Share this with your friends who need a good laugh or a swoon, and let's keep the romance rolling. Thanks for hanging out with me today on Emma's Stories. Until next time, keep being your beautifully chaotic selves because you never know who's falling for it. See you soon.